Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome to Big Cat Astrology. For the first time since 2012, the great and glorious Jupiter enters Taurus and will be there until the 25th of May 2024. A year-long residency. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, grandeur, excess, brilliance. Whichever sign it crosses gets a lightning bolt from the King of Gods. When Jupiter enters the sign of wealth and fertility, it unleashes a creative renaissance. Period. Point blank. The new voices, movements, ideas, and arts initiated by Jupiter in Aries comes to term. Jupiter deals with currency and self-worth. Jupiter's passion for grandeur can lead to economic inflation. Remember, Taurus is the sign of embodiment. Look to the position on your chart as a launching point for your heartthrob awakening, somatic reboot, or artistic resurgence. Jupiter in Taurus asks, what do you do? What do you do? Jupiter in Taurus wants to know what you are and how you represent it through your sexual, stylistic, and creative expression. In your chart, your birth natal chart, for those at the back that are not keeping up, right? Look to the house position of Taurus to understand this Jupiter saga and how it will go down for you. Take note of Taurus's fellow fixed signs in your chart, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, and any natal planets you have in those domains. As Jupiter moves through Taurus, it takes squares 90 degrees, which are challenges, to any planets in Leo and Aquarius, and oppositions of 180 degrees, which is a face-off to Taurus characters. Those born with fixed sign risings will most profoundly feel the shift of this transit. Excusez-moi. Still in Mercury retrograde in Taurus. It's gone direct, but we're still in it, and it always affects my speech. In terms of current transits, note that Jupiter joins the chaos maker Uranus in Taurus. They come in alignment in April 2024. Jupiter immediately squares Pluto in Aquarius on the 17th of May 2023, and we'll have plenty of fun squares with Venus during her Leo retrograde come this summer 2023. Though horoscopes apply to sun signs, I advise that you read the horoscope based on your rising sign. For the first one, which is going to be Aries and Aries rising, is represented by the Emperor in Tarot. The Aries-Leo eclipse cycle has only just begun, initiating an explosive metamorphosis of your relationship life. Not only are new people coming your way, they will be encountering a more authentic, realized, streamlined you. Jupiter in your second house of self-worth helps to bolster your confidence. The second house concerns what you own that makes you feel like yourself. Money, material possessions, values, experiences, and even those wardrobe items which could belong to no one else but you. Traditionally, this transit spells out financial expansion and a little fiscal chaos. I nearly said fecal. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Freudian slip. But holistically, it powers up your value. State your worth and see who shows up to affirm it. For Taurus and Taurus rising, represented by the Hierophant in Tarot. The planet of expansion, light and optimism is hitting your home sign in the first house. This could be fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. It's an unprecedented time for career leaps. Lightning bolt, risks, yes, risks, take the risk, Taurus, and declarations of your calling, whatever that paradigm is for you. With expansion comes destabilization. As you harness the gifts you've unlocked these past years, be prepared, darling dear, be prepared. You'll have to face consequences of growing too big for the life you knew before. By the time it's over, you won't be able to fit back into those little relationships or expectations that once formed your worldview. There's no turning back or shrinking down. For Gemini and Gemini rising, represented by the Lovers in Tarot, as Saturn in Pisces continues its renovation of your public career arena, Jupiter enters your private inner world. The 12th house, where buried gifts, pain and intuition await discovery for you. In typical Gemini fashion, too much is happening at once. As you're stepping into the main stage, you are realizing what powers you possess. Invest in any creative, spiritual or psychic modalities which will help you dig deeper. You're about to uncover an arsenal of riches meant only for you, Gemini. Saturn will help you share these treasures. But this year, therefore you finding alone. You have to find it for yourself, darling dear. No one can give it for you. Cancer and Cancer rising, represented by the Moon card in Tarot. This is a massive opportunity for social growth. With Saturn in Pisces in your 9th house of spiritual and academic expansion. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? You're newly exposed to the institutions, teachers and gatekeepers you'll need to work with to attain mastery. Meanwhile, Jupiter hits Taurus in your 11th house of community, audience and shared values. It's important that you recruit friends, study partners and fellow travelers who align with your ethos. Right now, your social and spiritual lives are the same. Make sure they reflect well on one another. Leo and Leo rising, represented by the Strength card in Tarot. Everything has been leading up to this moment, this time, this aspect. The brave step out from under the bed and into danger. You weren't expecting that. The breaks with limiting relationships. Out with the old. The risky debuts onto the main stage. Jupiter has arrived in your 10th house of career and public glory, where you're ready to operate like a slayer in their prime. You'll be called to elevate platforms of leadership and visibility. And this time it won't feel like a shock, but like a natural arrival. Make sure you have accountability and community to keep you from losing the plot midway through your debut. For Virgo and Virgo rising, represented by the Hermit in Tarot. The sage who seeks higher ground through which to attain clarity and peace. Jupiter often corresponds to Zeus Odin, and other gods who change form and wander the land to learn from its people. With Jupiter in your ninth house of expanding horizons and travel and spiritual development, you're called to voyage. Yeah, voyage. New courses of study, big moves, and opportunities to pursue mastery await. Your challenge is to break your routine and your illusion of control. Let yourself pursue. With Saturn in your seventh house, right? Saturn in Pisces in your seventh house of relationships, you're likely to meet travel buddies meant to lead the way. This doesn't have to be a journey of hermitage, but a shared discovery. Libra and Libra rising, represented by the Justice card in Tarot. The planet of lust and bombast hits your eighth house of metamorphosis. This is the domain of reinvention, where you cast off the roles assigned to you and let desire form your new identity. It's no secret that you're undergoing a global makeover. With the Aries Libra eclipse cycle hitting your relationships axis and Saturn in Pisces initiating a full body reclamation, now's the time to put desire on the table. Act as an initiator and provocator. Answer your longings and embrace a spirit of experimentation. And you'll bring revelations from the bedroom to the public stage. Your new incarnation is waiting to be unleashed. Enjoy every moment of the discovery process. Scorpio and Scorpio rising, represented by the Death card in Tarot. Jupiter is now in your seventh house of others. Meanwhile, Saturn in Pisces restructures your fifth house of romance and pleasure. By all means, you should enjoy new lovers and the one that come into your life. However, this transit isn't really about them. It's the you show. It's about you, how you experience relationships. In Taurus, Jupiter delivers friends, soulmates, and companions who see you at your core and have your back no matter what. But to welcome them in, you'll have to work harder than ever to honor yourself and your desires. And to stop compromising to keep everybody happy. You've lost many relationships over the past 4 years. You're ready to let love in and not lose yourself along the way. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, represented by the Temperance card in Tarot. With Saturn in Pisces, you're called to build your home. With Jupiter in Taurus, you're invited to build your body. Jupiter in Taurus is in your sixth house, where you set boundaries for how much you give to others. How you exert yourself and what you need to feel secure and strong. Taurus is a sign of consolidation, wealth, and hedonism. With Jupiter in your sixth house, you're invited to indulge the calls of the body, nourish, strengthen, and worship your somatic form. Consider the part of your global reconstruction of home and self so that you feel fortified for the adventures to come. For Capricorn and Capricorn rising, represented by the Devil card in Tarot, when Jupiter is in Aries, you worked hard to root down and give yourself a sense of psychological and material structure. Now you reap the benefits of your hard work. Taurus rules your fifth house of creative expression, and with Jupiter here, you should cultivate any experience which feels stimulating and generative. For example, you could launch a solo show, book a catamaran cruise with your friends, go on the most cinematic date of your life, or start playing volleyball. This is a massive moment of creative harvest for you, Capricorn or Capricorn rising. You've done the work to sustain it. Now's the time to really have some fun. For Aquarius and Aquarius rising, represented by the Star card in Tarot. Taurus rules your 4th house of home, family, and psychological rootedness. Well, damn. Damn. Over the last 4 years, Uranus has given you the full Tower card in tarot treatment. Yeah, you've been going through it, darling dear. Lighting your citadel ablaze and kicking you out of the high cell. Having survived the landing, you're ready for Jupiter to lead you to a bigger and better world. Bigger than you've ever imagined. Your family, be it of origin or of your making, is up for reclamation and definition. The physical and financial limitations which once dedicated where you live are now unbound, and the world is your oyster. Take Jupiter's walking stick and ready yourself for the trek through the mountains. Your search for home has only just begun. And finally, Pisces and Pisces rising, represented by the Hangman in Tarot. Jupiter brings magic and creative opportunity to your 3rd house of daily life and rituals, as well as communications. Even and especially the most mundane aspect of your life may be incubators of a new reality. Buy a fancy notebook and deck it out with stickers. Stop responding to texts from people you don't care about. Invest in 10-minute meditations every morning. Build an altar. Start taking singing lessons. Time for you to break out of the paradigm that's not for you. We know that Saturn in Pisces is leveling life as you knew it. It's time to open new doors and pathways, practices that you can rise above, out of the rubble, stronger than before. Until we meet again on these astrology streets. Big cat wave.